Welcome to Woman Becoming Rites of Passage. I'm Eartha Love and I'm the founder of this unique program for women and for girls. So, Woman Becoming Rites of Passage is an offering to life from the place of guiding women of the community, of the village, to come together to create the strong container that's needed for their daughter's journey to womanhood. So that's why I say it's a unique offering, because it's specifically working with communities of women as the village. I call mending the soul of the village to to create the holding that's needed for them together to create the rites of passage ceremonies that their daughters are going to need on their journey through the first four thresholds of the map of womanhood. So the core teachings of Woman Becoming Rites of Passage, at the very centre of this programme of work, is something I call the map of womanhood. And I'm just going to say here that I really recommend you working with a woman called Gail Burkett, who's written a book called Nine Passages, which comes from her original book called A Girl's Path to Womanhood, A Gift from the Elders, A Girl's Path to Womanhood. So I totally recommend these books. They were the inspiration for my own work, which started with my daughters 10 years ago. So what you'll find in this program is bundle one, an online bundle that is a unique way of training or guiding women to work with girls. And the core of this training is the map of womanhood. And the map of womanhood is a I call it a map because we're mapping this together as women. It's not a complete finished way, because we're evolving and we're regenerating and recreating culture around rites of passage together. That's why I call it Mending the Soul of the Village. So in this program, this online bundle one, what you will find is a way of that I developed of recovering yourselves, your own adolescent years, and all of the rites of passage ceremonies that you went through as a girl, through shamanic techniques, through ceremony, through self-inquiry, and through prayer, and something that I call the Soul Quest, which is a body of work called Soul Mending. And it's bringing consciousness to your own sacred journey as a girl, your own sacred journey as a woman. And this online bundle is called Healing the Maiden, Restoring Elderhood, because once you start recovering your own maiden years through the teachings that I share and the techniques that I share, you realise that that is preparing you to hold your own maidens within your community, your daughters. But also what it's doing is it's recovering and bringing consciousness to your own journey as sacred woman through this life, so that you can actually finally step into being a woman yourself. And what we're doing is we're healing the fragmentation that parts of us are still in our girlhood. So we are recovering those fragmented parts of ourselves that are still stuck in girlhood, so we can step into womanhood. And it's only then that we can prepare ourselves for the thresholds that are coming towards us, that we're moving towards, which will be menopause and elderhood. So that's why I call this work Healing the Maid and Restoring Elderhood. And it has this incredible effect of mending the soul of the village, because it takes a community of women, it takes a village to hold our daughters on their journey to womanhood. And so this first bundle, this online bundle, is for the women of the community to work together. And usually women will come together around buying the bundle, and then they work together through the material for a year before they start with their before they bring their daughters into this strong container that they've made. So it's a real beauty way. It's a real path of wisdom and recovering of ourselves for the regeneration of culture. And so that is bundle one. So the core teachings of bundle one and everything that I've designed and created, which is working with your own heart temple and working with your fragmented soul parts, working with the first four thresholds of the journey to womanhood and bringing consciousness to it, is what then is prepared for. So you start to understand what the initiatory process is, you start to understand what rites of passage truly are, and you start to understand the dying and the rebirth process, the death and the resurrection that we go through in our lives over and over again. And you start to understand that actually these thresholds are conscious death experiences, and they're also the ability to for you to step fully into the resurrection, into the new version of yourselves every single time, so that you can feel and embody your soul and your unique journey in this life. And that's the place from which we hold the girls. We hold the girls from being fully in our embodied soul purpose ourselves, and the ability to really be all that we are in this world. So to me, issues that like body image, unhealthy culture, teachings of intuition, and all the things that your daughters need in their lives comes from us actually really embodying ourselves as sacred, having complete self-love, and recognizing our own soul's purpose and our own unique gifts that we're here to offer to life. So we're reclaiming that first before we can give to our daughters, because we can't do more on the outer than what we've got on the inner, right? So that's bundle one, and then that prepares us for bundle two. Bundle two, online bundle two, is the session plans and the teachings that you then work with the girls. So in there I've done a year's worth of session plans, and again at the core of the session plans is the map of womanhood, and they informed all of the session plans that I designed just to get you going. So there's a year's worth there, which is your inspiration and your guidance for creating your own session plans and starting to really be able to give to your girls in the way that is full of beauty, what that they resonate with. And I just want to say here that there's a window of opportunity, which you'll start to understand once you work with my online bundles, that there's a window of opportunity from about age 8 to about 14, and these session plans are designed for that age group. And the reason for that is because something else happens from age 14 to adulthood. So this work is giving the daughters of your community the circle that they need to be held in strength during the years where they're building their sense of self as a human, as a soul, and as a future woman. So yeah, this is the window of opportunity. These are what the session plans of bundle 2 are designed around, that specific age group. And what we're doing is we're giving them embodied wisdom that they can take with them through the huge dark night, the soul quest that is the teenage years from 14 to whenever they leave home. So we're putting in the preparation for them to have embodied wisdom before they journey out into the world as teenagers. And it comes from us recovering our own teenage years and our own adolescence and our own girlhood, so we can understand what they truly need, and to come from a place of being able to express all that we are to the girls. So these are the 2 online bundles that you'll find. And also we have a Tree Sisters bundle designed by my twin sister Hannah, and that is a unique way of working with the land that she's developed around the map of womanhood. You'll also find bundle 3, which is for women who want to become mentors and want to hold rites of passage for girls but don't have the community of women that wants to join them, because as well as my bundles being for communities of women to buy together and to work through together, I'm also aware that there is a need for mentors, and there is women that are called to do this work as their way of working in the world, and to work on lots of different levels with it, and to run camps, maybe to run retreats, maybe just to do sessions where they're the sole mentor for the girls, and that's equally as valuable. So bundle 3 is for those women who haven't got the whole community of women to work with. They're just working with the girls one-to-one. So that's the same training, but it doesn't include a lot of the things that are designed for groups of women. And also you'll find on here podcasts that are directly for the girls to listen to themselves. Also you will find, so those are the Woman Becoming Rites of Passage podcasts for girls. You'll also find a link to my YouTube podcasts where I'm speaking to elders, and it's called Mending the Soul of the Village, Voices of the Elders, and that's me talking directly to elders that have stepped forward to speak towards the older girls. Actually, I would say this is more for 14 and up, as a way of holding them as a global family. So this is the platform of Woman Becoming Rites of Passage. You'll also find some resources that I put on here every now and again for you to use with your own daughters, preferably. So please, if you want to know more, get in touch, email me, get in touch through the website, and we can chat. And I'm really open to doing mentoring calls. So if you feel called, please get in touch with me. Blessings, and thank you for listening.